In the news, a man kills 7 members of his family before turning the gun on himself. Authorities now tasked with finding a motive. Plus, this weekend is tax-free on all appliances throughout the entire state of Florida. We'll tell you why it could be such a good move. And the head man of FAMU athletics and an NFL legend stopping by our studio this morning. We've got a recap of the interview with Kellen Winslow. The news at noon starts right now.
Live from the WTXL studios, this is ABC 27's News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on the News at Noon. I'm Kelly Bartoli. Details still emerging in yesterday's shooting at a home in Gilchrist County, where a grandfather shot and killed his daughter and her 6 kids before taking his own life. We now know that 51-year-old Don Spirit had a criminal record. He served time for a felony arms charge that was related to the accidental shooting death of his son, who was killed during a hunting trip. Yesterday, Spirit shot and killed his daughter Sarah and her 6 kids, Caleb, Kylie, and Jonathan Coleman, and Brandon, Destiny, and Alana Stewart. We have now learned that one of the children, just 3 months old, and 4 of them were students at Bell Elementary School in kindergarten, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th grades. The superintendent of schools says they've brought in 30 grief counselors, and it was a tough morning on campus.
These students were loved by their classmates, by their teachers and staff of Bell Elementary School. I talked to one of the teachers this morning, and they said, Mr. Rankin, I walked out and put her on the bus yesterday at 3 o'clock.
Meanwhile, investigators with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement are still on the scene. Authorities not releasing many more details about the actual investigation. They are waiting to release the 911 call and now working to try to figure out how it all happened.
Like I said, this is devastating, but we refuse to let this incident define us and how we do things. Our focus is on our children.
Now, authorities say Bell was not a legal gun owner because of a previous felony conviction. And while there were 911 calls to that home in the past, they don't believe it was for domestic violence issues. Right now, they say it's too early to say if they'll be re-examining Spirit's son's accidental death from 2003. We have also now learned Governor Rick Scott will be in Gilchrist County in just about an hour to meet with officials. If you want to see this morning's entire press conference, we've got it posted for you on our website, WTXL.tv. Meanwhile, a man has now turned himself in to the Lowndes County Jail after a domestic shooting this morning. It happened around 3:30 at an apartment in the 1600 block of Norman Drive. Jabe Hepburn went to the residence, fired multiple shots. Now, 3 people were inside the home at the time, but they were able to hide. One victim has what's being described as a non-medical injury. Detectives still working the case, though. If you have any information, you're asked to call Valdosta Police Department. Turning now to some consumer news. Shoppers looking for new appliances this weekend certainly in luck. Starting today and running all weekend long, Floridians can buy new energy efficient and water savings appliances tax-free. The first $1,500 spent on these appliances qualify for the tax savings. The only requirement is they must be marked as an Energy Star or Water Sense product. Experts say taking advantage of the holiday is a good move for consumers.
The energy tax holiday is very exciting because it is bigger products, so people can actually save quite a bit of money up front, and then long term in their utility bill there will be a lot of savings.
The tax-free holiday estimated to be worth $2 million in savings. All right, talking FAMU news this noon, we'd like to introduce you to the man when it comes to sports on campus. FAMU's new athletic director, Kellen Winslow, has a long and storied history. He is a former NFL Hall of Famer who played his entire career with the San Diego Chargers. He is also regarded as one of the greatest tight ends in the league's history. And now he is bringing all that prowess to Florida A&M University. He officially became part of the Rattler family back in April. And FAMU's president, Dr. Elmira Mangum, says Winslow will certainly, quote, bring a track record of success, positive energy, and a wealth of experience to FAMU. Now, here's what Mr. Winslow had to say when he joined me this morning on Sunrise.
We've got so much potential in everything that we do in FAMU athletics. Of course, academically, we're very strong. And athletically, I was brought in under new president Elmira Mangum to get the athletic department up to where we are academically. That perseverance in that game is no different than the perseverance that you need to be successful in the classroom. If you commit to that athletically, you have the ability to commit to anything else that you want to do.
And of course, the Rattlers home opener is tomorrow against Coastal Carolina. It'll also mark the debut of the new game day experience, the North End Zone Club. And Seminoles, you got to get ready too, talking about the Friday night block party just a few hours away. Before every home game, WTXL proud to take part in the Friday night block party that's downtown in Clayman Plaza. Our evening crew, including Abby Maurer, Paulo Salazar, Chief Meteorologist Casanova Nurse, and Sports Director Brad Dalton will be broadcasting live from 5 until 6:30. And tomorrow, join us for Tailgate at the Tuck. It's at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. There'll be food trucks, loads of other activities, and entertainment for you and your family to enjoy. Absolutely free and open to the public. All the fun starts at 4 o'clock. Now, if you can't make it to tomorrow's FSU game, don't worry. We're airing it right here on WTXL. And just 30 minutes before at 7:30, you can catch our pre-game special, The Clash with Clemson. All right, a lot of people getting pumped for this football Friday, football weekend, really. But Max, we got to make sure that tonight has good weather for all the high school teams out there. So hopefully things are looking okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty ominous right out there, especially if you're talking about south of US 84. We're seeing this cloud just sticking around. A little bit of rain along the coastline as well, but elsewhere just getting in on those debris clouds from the system that's passing to the south. You can see most of our coastal communities getting in on that rainfall, with the exception of Wakulla County, but Franklin County getting in on that rain. Even some moderate showers pushing into Carabel at this hour. No lightning associated with this. We have a stable air mass above all this moisture. So we're not going to see the buildup of the clouds too much. But either way, looks pretty gloomy outside. And we've been looking pretty gloomy since sunrise this morning. We didn't get a good shot of that sun because we're holding on to all the clouds. This is all part of an upper level stream that's stemming from Odile, the remnants of that over the desert southwest, throwing in the moisture into our area, sort of this conveyor belt of moisture. You can sort of see the troughiness in the atmosphere as well as it's digging into our region. And we do have the chance of getting in on some more rain showers. That's over out west or over out east. Those are going to dig back and move into our area later on this afternoon. We'll track all the showers and storms for you in a minute, but right now, temperature is not half bad because of all the clouds sticking around in the upper 70s and low 80s, and we'll climb to the mid to upper 80s by the afternoon. I think we do get in on some more peaks of sunshine around the mid-afternoon hours, but we also have more rain to contend with. We'll have your full storm team forecast coming up in just minutes. We're also going to track the storms that will be moving in later on today and let you have an hour-by-hour forecast of game day as well. We'll have the details for you coming up. Again, that's in about 10 minutes or so. Kelly?
All right, thank you, Max. In other news this noon, the votes are in and Scotland has said no to independence. The historic election will keep Scotland as part of the United Kingdom.